All right, welcome to Smokey Reacts. I'm your boy journalist, and on this one, we are here for the humbling of a Chad because I think that terminology is stupid. I don't like sigmas. I don't like alphas. Bun the whole Greek alphabet if you think that has anything to do with who you are as a man, person, or a human that breathes air. I think you're one of the worst people. Like, you're terrible. However, this is an Abbott Preach video. This is a Chad realizes he got cheated on, and I'm here for it. Am I here for people cheating on them? On other people? No. Am I here on the humbling of people that think because they have something, they're better than others? God dang right. I can't wait to bask in the mess. That said, though, thank you guys very much for joining me. If you could, please hit that like, subscribe. Patreon's in the description. Also, I've got a brand new song out right now called No Play featuring Manga St. Hilaire from London, England, with another artist, my boy Benny Merks. He's from Scotland, Edinburgh to be exactly. So this is 3 countries on 1 record. If you'd like to support me and the channel further, please go check it out. The song is in the description. That said, hit that like, subscribe. Patreon's in the description as well. Let's get into this one. Let's get into the mess. Ooh, you thought you had it, didn't you?
And the text that I read is saying me and Justin are not a situationship. So.
Yo, this broad is a slime. All right. Some folks recommend this video.
So I basically slid in DMs, but physically. We just started texting a lot and FaceTiming a lot and just kind of hit it off.
We dated for about 6 months, and then right after that, things kind of fell apart.
I was still immature, had a lot to learn, and then the way it ended was really messy. I really hurt her.
We rekindled like my first year of college, and then we also rekindled this year, which is my 4th year of college.
I called her, is it me? Can I just not get over my first love?
I'm not a proponent of if they're an ex, they should stay an ex. But I am a proponent of if they're not showing you any true growth or any true difference on who they were in the last relationship you guys had, you should probably be self-aware enough to know that they're probably not going to change and that you just are going back because you want to do something physically with them, and that's not a good sign. And you should just be more mature enough to be like, you know what? There's plenty of fish in the sea. Let's move on. Because that's how you get back in these situations where it seems we have 2 very toxic people doing toxic things to each other. And one of them just took the brunt of the other one's toxicity.
I got out of a relationship a few months ago. Right after that is when me and Justin started talking again. Hello?
Hey.
Are you good?
Body
What is
language is
something
no
you
good.
regret that you failed to do or say in a past relationship?
My most recent relationship, and what I regret or failed to do was stand up for myself. I just destroyed myself, my whole identity. I cut off my friends because I was told that for whatever reasons they weren't really my friends. They didn't really care about me. I was told, don't talk about your interests, don't talk about this stuff because I don't care. I let it drag on because if I did that, then the relationship would continue and my partner would be happy and she'd be happy, and it happened for a reason. And it made.
This is somebody that to me sounds like they either have abandonment issues or they don't like to be alone. So they're taking on a lot of bullshit that they should not be taking on. Shorty tell me I can't tell her how I feel. You can get the fuck. Shorty tells me she doesn't want to hear about what I gotta talk about. Get the fuck. That's crazy. That is crazy. Whoa. I'm sorry to hear that, my brother.
Made me who I am now, and
It's so interesting. This guy's basically talking about how he was a pushover and whipped and all this stuff. And I'm looking at her face, and there's 0 sadness in her face. Maybe she's just a poker face person, but it really looks like she don't give a shit.
formed boundaries for myself and how to stand up for myself and knowing who I was and forming my identity. So
I mean, maybe I just can't read sadness on an Asian person's face, so maybe it's my problem. I'm just being honest. I don't spend enough time around Asians, East Asians.
figure out what's real and what's.
How do they express sadness?
Just play the video.
Gained my friendships while I was in a relationship. I prioritized my significant other a lot. I don't know, I was just like tunnel vision on like my partner at the time, and then it wasn't until like I was outside of the relationship that I realized that like.
Okay, you see the difference? You see the difference? Mm-hmm. Generally, if you really,
She was like this.
And his reaction as he's talking, he's affirming her, he's reassuring her. Now, my experience was he.
In the beginning, when she's saying that she doesn't like to do all the talking, and it's hard for her to open up. So
maybe that's it.
Maybe that's it.
I personally think if you really care about someone and they're expressing the fact that they're really hurt, you are showing signs of affirmation. That's just my opinion. I think, objectively speaking, I think he's more attractive than she is. But he is super invested in her, and she does not look at all invested in him.
No.
I'm not even going to say that Buddy's invested, but one of these two people seem to care more about the other person than the other person. And Shorty seems like she's done with the relationship. So all the niceties that you would give in, we'll say, social situations or the natural decorum that you would think somebody would have in a conversation, at least what I've learned, when a woman is done with you, she is motherfucking done. For some reason, men seem to do a little bit better in the department of like, yeah, all right, cool, I'm listening to you, da-da-da-da-da. But when Shorty is done with you, you might as well be talking to a wall. And she ain't got nothing for you. All the niceties are gone. They're done.
That's what it looks like.
When was the last time that you really cried?
Okay, for me at least, it was on the FaceTime that we had a few weeks ago, and we had talked about like, oh, what are we? What should we be? And I got really emotional. I think mostly I had decided that we should have ended things.
But you say you right. I say I'm even righter. Because I told you Shorty was done with this nigga. It's not that she don't care. That's different. Not caring and being completely done. If I'm done with you, I'm the nicest guy. But if I'm done with you, you could be on fire. I wouldn't spit on you. I have nothing for you. You don't deserve it because I've given too much already.
I don't know. I felt really sad that I decided to do that. And I also felt like I didn't express myself in the best way possible. Yeah, I think as I was just like talking about it and like telling you like how I felt about the situation, like, and like you, I think that's when I got emotional and started crying.
Last time I really cried, yeah, it was that same situation. It was the drive back. We hung out all day, and then I was you walked into my car, and then you got in the car, and you're like, I got something to tell you. And we all know what happened, but I felt like I had no say in it. I felt very blindsided and led on at the time, and that's how I feel that it was. But I forgive you now, of course.
Men, people as well, but I be trying to help the little niggas out in the world. I'm not perfect, but when I give you this advice, please take it because it's the only advice that you should ever have in this arena. You have no say in any dynamic of the relationship except what is agreed upon. So when somebody is telling you something is over, you don't get a say in whether or not it continues or not. You need to onboard that information, express why you think we might not be over, but that's not having a say. You get your opportunity to speak, but if somebody is done, you do not try and convince them to stay with you. That is how you stay in a bad relationship. That's how things get worse. Men need to accept, just like women as well, because women are perfect. I'm not here to act like I'm just caping for shorties. I just be trying to help the little bros out, and I just need to let y'all know, it's shorty's choice. It's his choice. When somebody says it's over, your best thing to do is to be like, you know what? Cool. This is why I feel like we probably shouldn't be over, or this is how that makes me feel. But if that's your decision, that's your decision. And I'm going to get my shit and I'm going to get that. I'm going to head up out of here. You know that SpongeBob meme where it's like, all right, I'm going to head out? That's what your response should be every time.
Of course.
And if you're somebody who's like, oh, but you didn't fight for me. If you want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. If you think I should fight for you, you can fight for your breath because you're going to be holding it thinking I'm going to come back fight for you, fuck off.
I was just trying to be stoic, and then as soon as you walked back and I saw you got back into your apartment safely, I just drove off, and yeah, instantly I called my mom, and just I couldn't even get the words out. She said, "What's wrong?" And I just couldn't even tell her. I just started crying, and
I will say, I don't know too many guys who would cry to their mom.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's a first for me.
I
know some people are going to be in the comments.
It's a cultural thing for you, Abba. I promise you. There's so many men. There's a whole reason why we have that you're a mama's boy thing. Those boys, there's so many men that cry to their mom. Fuck off with this shit. That's just foolish. That's foolish.
She left me and then everything is...
Yeah!
But some people got different relationship with their moms. Like I have a different relationship with my mom than you had with your mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
could understand your relationship with your mom way more than I could understand that shit. In all my years of being on this planet, I've never seen someone go and cry to their moms about their partner. I've never seen that. Now, maybe it happens more than I know, so it could be my ignorance, and I want to plead the fifth on that. I just never heard of that. That to me is a very bizarre thing. And considering he's it seems like a hypersensitive guy who's like incredibly caring and like, you know, all this other stuff. I feel like he takes up after his mom a little bit, but I could be wrong.
Search your name in the other person's messages. Do we have to do this?
I'll do it.
If you don't have
Mate, the moment, this is another lesson. The moment you're willing to search something on your phone that they're not, should let you know that you should drop that. Because just like we have a hard time unhearing things we've heard, we have an even harder time unreading things we've read. Red flag. You don't want to know what her phone says. I promise you. And if your phone, and you feel so comfortable for her to do that in your phone, means that you have everything that she wants to be able to read. And that's not a good dynamic. Boy, this is about to turn into some fuckery.
to do anything, for sure.
Okay, fine.
All right, you guys get 5 more seconds.
Okay.
Damn, look at she deleting
Sorry,
messages. Wait, you
no.
deleting stuff?
Go ahead. And we're only gonna give 10 seconds to look for the other person's phone.
10 seconds.
No.
He read with a quickness. She don't even care. She reading stuff she thought she didn't even know about him. Oh, this shit hurt. This shit hurt to watch.
Okay.
Oh, my niggas. I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. Oh, fuck, buddy.
Not for my end.
Ooh.
What did he see?
Some boy. No.
Is your phone?
That's fine. Before we move on. Anything you want to say about that?
I don't have anything to say.
He does.
All right, moving on then.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I guess I think you know what I was gonna say.
See, when I started this, based off of the title, I was like, oh, cuz I here thinking he's God's gift. He's a Chad, da-da-da-da. Now I feel like an asshole because I'm like, fuck. Cuz is like, he seems so unproblematic. Why did we title this what we've titled it? Because he just seems like a guy who's like trying to stamp this, and he's getting steamrolled.
What were you gonna say?
So how much do you guys talk?
Like here and there.
You said it was just him reaching out.
Hey.
I guess kind of both. Are you sure? I don't want to take it.
Man. When you find out, shit is really over.
What I tell you.
But it looked like it's someone he knows.
Yeah. It's a guy that.
It's the nigga from before. The fuck do you mean? He's talking about he. He know who he is. Because he's not he. When you find out he is not him and you are not them.
That was reaching out to her, according to her, but she was really into it, so he wasn't threatened by him. But she now realized she lied to him, and she was talking back to him a lot more, and he was getting flirty in those messages. And he only found that out in 10 seconds. Imagine how many more shit he would have found out.
Imagine the shit she deleted.
Yep.
How much do you guys talk? You want him back?
Or do we want to take a breather?
See, this is where, have you ever seen Costello on the thing. I swear it's called like, it's not like the Blue Couch Therapy, but it's this one episode of something I watched with Castillo. He's the one that's always like breath. He took his girlfriend or something at the time on a show similar to this, but boy stood on business. He said what he had to say. She asked whatever questions, and he answered that. I hate when people come on these shows to get their little 15 seconds of fame because they think they cute. They can come on TV or the YouTube or the internet, and then you're not here to stand on business. Provide me my entertainment or get the fuck off my TV, because this whole I'm uncomfortable now because I got caught. Nah, stand on that. Stand on that. Talk to that nigga in his face, because that's the only reason we here. That's it. I don't care about none of this. Oh, it's awkward for me shit. I'm tired.
I'm good to go forward with the questions. Do you want to go forward with the questions?
Yeah, that's
Okay. Is it my card or your card?
That's mine.
The energy switch is gonna be great.
Bro, just don't call your mom after.
This is what happened. You know,
No.
you see this?
Call your mom. Call your mom. If you have a good relationship with your mother, don't fucking shy away from that shit. But just know when you get into a relationship with a woman, man, person, whoever you decide to love, your mother's opinion, unless they are actually a bad person, is and will for always be secondary to what is said in your relationship. Do not give precedence to your parent over your partner. That shit is fucking weird and incestuous, and I fucking hate it, and it destroys a lot of relationships. You motherfuckers is weird for that shit.
You see this? Yeah, I'm good. Villain era.
Okay, perception box question. What is your most consistent and greatest fear?
He just found that out.
I think coming from like an immigrant, low-income household, like money was such like a big topic in our house. And especially since I'm graduating, I'm thinking about like what I'm gonna do after graduation. Like I need to have a job. And so I think my most consistent and greatest fear is like not having enough money to like keep myself up on my own feet without having to like rely on other people. But yeah.
His brain is spinning. Fuck. Feel bad for Shorty. Well, Buddy, not Shorty.
Yo, he looking at her like you want to smack the shit out of her. Oh my God.
Compassion gone.
So, if you enjoy videos like these, you can normally find these on the second channel.
He was one message away, one DM away from his villain era, from his villain arc.
I don't think this guy looked like he want to smack her.
Oh yeah, no, but he's defeated. Yeah.
Oh, she's like, we want the producer can feel how awkward it is. Let's see.
Okay, we're gonna pause right here, and we're going to take a 5-minute break. You want to hang out here for a second? You want to come out with us?
Okay.
Okay. Do we want to keep moving through the questions? Is that okay?
It's another gem I'm trying to give to the young bulls in the world. The emotion this young man feels is perfectly valid and fine. If you want to cry, you want to say you're not okay, you want to express how this has hurt you and broken you, that is perfectly fine. Stand on that type of energy, because that's the thing I feel like is holding this person back currently, is the need and knowledge that he needs to present like he's a strong man. But that's what's breaking you, bro, is you trying to hold this shit in, and that shit is tearing you apart. You should be able to say it out loud. That bitch broke my heart, and it's not okay, and I feel this way about it. But if he was to do so, if he was to be tearful, if he was like, I want to call my mom, people can be like, I look at him lesser. However, I don't look at this person that way, and I feel bad for how I kind of started the video now, because I'm just like, cuz is getting done dirty and has not said or done anything to be called this at all. And it's like, that's not fair. That's not fair. This is just a young man that was in a very bad relationship that probably made bad decisions in that relationship and tried to double back and got done even dirty. And this is just like, nah, bro. So, yo, if you have emotions and you need to let them out, let them out. Let them out in a healthy way, because how you feel is non-controllable, but how you react is. And this is where your reaction to how somebody treats you is your responsibility, but how you feel is not your responsibility, and that's the difference.
Yeah, the question of what greatest fear, I was going to touch on it anyways, but now no better way to talk about it. Yeah, fear of not having control over things, being abandoned, and being played. And,
Too good at this.
well, I'm saying this because I care about you, about us, about my own feelings and emotions. And so, yeah, I'm hurt. I'm really hurt, Diane. Thought I had a grasp on things, and I really didn't.
The
And this
term
is-
situationship, it doesn't always have like clear boundaries because it's not like a fully committed relationship being exclusive or like not being exclusive until it's stated.
I'm gonna give her a little bit of bail. If you do not have clear and defined roles in your relationship, then yeah, you are free to move as you would like, because we don't have clear and defined goals. But hiding behind situationship just also shows a lack of immaturity in a person. But then also, shoe on the other foot, you wouldn't accept a situationship being the reason why X man or X person was treating you with less care or was being not showing any fidelity in your relationship. So that's where I have to remove the bail I provide, because I'm a proponent of, if you two do not communicate exactly what the terms and basis of your relationship are, do as you feel. But if you have some tacit one, then that means that you owe that person a conversation if you choose to do anything that has not been stated. You don't just get to move freely, because communication is the thing that allows you to move freely. We didn't communicate this and it hasn't been agreed upon. Cool. We have some communication. Some agreements have not been communicated. Then we need to talk about it. Oh, Shorty's on fuckery.
You're being a slime ball, and this is why. That problem situationship. He's asked you about the communication you had with him, and you admitted that you lied about that. Don't make it about whatever it is. Open relationship, closed relationship, monogamous, single, don't matter. You could be a single person, sleep with somebody else who's single. Y'all having a conversation about boundaries like, hey, you sleep with other people? No, okay. Even though if you lie about that, they have all the right to feel like you a piece of shit for it. Don't make it about something else. Don't deflect about what it's about. Man, woman, don't matter what it is.
Because it's not like a fully committed relationship being exclusive or like not being exclusive until it's stated. And that's what it's like for me. Like if it's not stated, then I'm gonna assume that it's not exclusive.
And the text that I read is saying me and Justin are not a situationship. So
Yo, this broad is a slime. But you know what? At that
Jesus.
age, people do a lot of weird, fucked up relationships. I'm not gonna judge too about it. She needs to know she's fucking up. That's it.
then what do you think this is then?
Like we're not like, there's like no full commitment, and so I didn't think it was like something we
So we fucking,
had to discuss.
and I like
or-
to spend
I
your
don't know.
money,
You said you needed
and I like you spending
more
money on
ambiguity,
me.
more space. I respected that. Well, if we're gonna go with what we had said out loud was, oh, we're just friends. I feel like you would tell a friend what's going on.
This
Times, I
motherfucker
feel
got
like.
bars when he's that's a bar.
That nigga
That's
cooking.
that's a bar.
Express yourself.
At times I feel like I do have those feelings for you, and then at times I feel like I don't. I think I haven't felt that spark the past few days.
Yeah, I could tell. I knew you were distant.
And
Yeah.
so like right now, that's where I'm at. Like I feel like we have really good conversations.
This was heavy in the heart.
And it's like fun, but I don't, that's all I know right now.
Okay.
And at times, like I do want to take a step forward, and at times I don't. But it's too like uncertain to say.
Maybe rewind back.
Everybody, this is a gym for you. If anybody's playing with your ass like this, tell them to go buy a board game, because I'm not to be played with, and neither are you. Like, if you can't communicate to me what we're actually going to be trying to do, I'm going to need you to get the fuck up out of here. I'm going to need you to get the fuck up out of here. And why I'm going to also give you this is because at least how I deal with people now. First date, I'm telling Shorty, I need you to make me feel loved. Do you need to love me today? No. Do we need to fall in love today? No. But on this journey of us being in a relationship together, you need to make me feel like you love me, make me feel loved, and make me feel wanted in various ways. That doesn't even always have to be in the sexual realm. It doesn't have to be, it could be in the small things. It could be just in the way that you place your hand on my chest. But you need to make me feel like I'm the man you would like to be with. Otherwise, you can get the fuck away from me and I can be alone by myself. And if you're not finding somebody that can meet your demands or wants or needs, then you should just get the fuck away from that person, because you're going to be spending so much time in an unhealthy space that you just don't want to be in. It's not good.
So the whole, you kind of blindsided me with the just friends, and then, okay, I'll get over it, I'll move on. And then 3 days go by and suddenly, hey, I need to talk to you. There's some things I left unsaid. I need to tell you. Okay, and she needs to tell me this because, right, to give me the reasons that I deserve. And then I hop on the phone call and it's not that at all. It's, I said everything, I regret the way I said things. I wasn't trying to lead you on. I feel emotionally connected to you. I feel physically attracted to you, but things went too fast.
Damage.
All very valid things, of course, yes. And then we agreed to very...
No. This is where manipulation comes in, and being the dog I used to be. I'm just trying to give the game back that needs to be out there in the ecosystem. They say these things, or we would say these things, so you feel like we're saying the right things to you, but they're just manipulation tactics, mate. Because look how she's treating you now. Like, she just said that shit because she knows that's going to keep you close because of the type of person you are and you don't want to be alone. That was just all manipulation. She ain't mean that shit.
I was overwhelmed. All very valid things, of course, yes. And then we agreed to very, clear, hey, just friends. And I remember I took a little bit of a step back to see where your energy was, and you were initiating a lot, wanting to hang out. We hung out as friends, it was great. Although with a lack of clear boundaries, it always felt ambiguous, and I was trying to be okay with it. And it's not a label, it's not like, I want boyfriend, girlfriend, I want clarity. And this whole just friends thing, no flirting, no intimacy, was pretty clear for a while, until it wasn't. And you spend the night in one another's place, and the way and now the past week where we bend the rules a little bit. And
yeah, you let me get a little bit of that ass.
Over, arching her back.
Yeah, you let me get some ass.
Her that feng shui.
I think I feel surprised, confused.
You feel like a scumbag.
If it wasn't stated that it wasn't exclusive, it's not exclusive, I just want it to be validated.
I mean, it's still fresh, but still taking a breather and taking perspective, taking context, trying to see it in the way a friend would see it.
Nah,
It's
don't
not your
do
friend.
that.
Move on.
Don't do that.
Stop all this nonsense. Thoughts?
As a person who, I'm not doing that shit in my life now, but I did used to cheat back in my past, in my old relationships. I used to be a terrible dog. And one thing that just used to stick out of my mind and throw me off all the time was, why is the person that has been done the worst in this relationship trying to figure out how to humanize and understand my terrible dogged actions? That it frustrated me, honestly, and it still frustrates me now, because you've done nothing wrong besides be a great person in a relationship, and you're being an even greater person trying to figure out why I would do such dastardly things. Never do that. Never give the person that treats you in these ways any time or emotion on why they did some fucked up shit to you. Never. If you want to have a conversation about that and have them explain themselves to you, that's one thing. But if you're ever contemplating I could have done this different, or maybe if I did this, it was never you. It was never you. It's always them. Always them. Bro, don't fucking no. Fucking no.
Whew. The way the awkwardness was, and they played on that. I like the quality of the video. And all that being said, two people can go through a situation and not live the same thing at all. And sometimes people have to be considerate of other people's feelings. And it's not necessarily obvious. It's not, I thought I was about to say something. It's not necessarily obvious when it happens, and this shit can happen. But that, on top of that, that was a bit slimy. That was a bit of, yeah. You kind of knew what you were doing there.
Shorty fucked him over.
I don't think her behavior is abnormal. I just think when it happens, you just gotta own it. That's it. Don't deflect blame. Don't do all this other stuff. Just be like, you know what? You're right. I wasn't brave enough to make a decision one way or the other. I was kind of playing both sides, and I don't know. It just is not fair to you. Own it. But this kind of behavior is normal. People are ambiguous about testing. They're ambiguous about who else they're talking to. They're ambiguous about a lot of other things. And they oftentimes live in this gray area. And it's very normal to see this kind of stuff. I just think we have to normalize accountability after the fact, and then also just owning up. That's it. But beyond that, I hope this guy stops these kinds of dynamics. This whole supreme friendship with your ex, whatever age group you want to do, 95% of the time that shit don't work. And it certainly is not going to work for you guys because you guys are too incapable of setting very strong boundaries and living by them. So
You never talk to your exes?
no, I do, but not like they do. They hang out. They go out together on Valentine's Day, all this other shit. Like, which I'll do it. If you want to drop a message once in a blue moon, fine. But if it's always going to end up to this, then maybe you shouldn't even send messages. Okay? But yeah, that's my thoughts. Anything else?
Nope.
Boom!
Yeah. That's it for me as well. Chatted all the shit I was going to chat. Thank you guys very much for getting through this. This did not. It started in a completely different realm than where I thought it fucking finished. That was a roller fucking coaster. Goddamn. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you guys for joining me. Please do hit that like, subscribe. Patreon's in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.